And for more on this, we have Debyendu Mondal joining us. Well, Debyendu, with the shift to a two-slab GST system of 5% and 18% today, how do you anticipate this change will affect various sectors, particularly in terms of pricing and consumer behavior? Will the small businesses in particular stand to benefit from this simplified structure?
Well, Lipakshi, of course, the much-awaited next-gen GST reform kicks in from today. There seems to be enthusiasm amongst both the consumer as well as the seller, because this perhaps will give a much-needed boost to the consumption in this country, because it is expected that the consumption would rise manifold, which had been quite stagnant for some time. And people had been enthusiastically waiting for 22nd of September to kick in with the new GST rates. There could be significant drop in prices, especially in terms of, the cars, electronics, which includes refrigerators, television sets, ACs, as well as washing machines, dishwashers. All these items, the household items, would see a massive cut in GST, because remember, these were all in the 28% of the GST slab, which has now been moved to 18%. So therefore, we'll see a much reduction in the price of these goods. And Lipakshi, as you can see behind me, this is Connaught Place, where I'm currently standing. This is the heart of Delhi, where a number of shops that sells a variety of goods, right from clothes to electronics to everything, is available at this market in Connaught Place. So therefore, we'll see as the day progresses, we'll see the enthusiasm of consumers coming in to get to lay their hands on their goods, which they were waiting for the reduction of the GST rates. Because I was talking to a couple of sellers specifically from the automobile industry. They say that people were coming in, they were looking at the cars, they were waiting for this GST rate cut to be implemented, after which they will make their purchases. So therefore, enthusiasm seems to be up in the market, Lipakshi.
All right, Debyendu, of course, a very sacred day today, and consumers were waiting for this day. In fact, Prime Minister Modi's recent tweet referred to the ongoing GST Savings Festival and emphasized that it aligns with the mantra of Swadeshi, especially during the special period of Navratri. How do you think it will foster a sense of collective national growth now?
Well, of course, Lipakshi, Swadeshi and Atmanirbharta had been a slogan of this government for a very long time. And yesterday, Prime Minister's speech that spoke about Swadeshi will perhaps give another impetus and push towards consumption of made in India goods in the country. This could perhaps also give much needed boost to the manufacturing sector, where it will be encouraged to manufacture more made in India goods. For example, be it in the electronics sector, you remember the semiconductor sector is picking up. The iPhones are now being made in India. There are mobile phones that Samsung had set up a major factory here, right in the vicinity of the national capital in Noida itself. So therefore, the government is trying to give a much needed push for Atmanirbharta and Swadeshi, which is made in India, India being self-reliant, because remember, in the changing geopolitical landscape, self-reliance is one of the key mantra that perhaps the government is trying to push in. So therefore, Lipakshi, we'll see much more of made in India goods coming in. And of course, the people of this country are very enthusiastic about the fact that they want more of made in India goods, because when we go to any shop and if we see a label of made in India, it makes us proud. So therefore, made in India goods and the consumption of Swadeshi goods will be encouraged, will be picking up, and more manufacturing sectors, specifically from the MSME sectors. The Prime Minister also mentioned the fact that there is a lot of expectation from the MSME sector, and a lot of SOPs for the MSME sectors have also been rolled out from time to time by this government. So therefore, consumption as well as production and manufacturing in India by the Indian consumers as well as by the Indian manufacturing units will see a boost in the coming days, is what is expected.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Debyendu, for all those details.